Hello and welcome to Mentoring the Mentors, an institute that accelerates your learning curve. My dear educators, this is Meenakshi Narula, and again, I'm here with all of you to share something innovative. Yeah, my dear educators, as you can see here on the screen, we are going to talk about International Year of Millets. Right? I believe it's important to stay up to date with the global trends and issues. That's why I want to talk to you today about International Year of Millets. You may be wondering, why we are celebrating International Year of Millets. This year, the United Nations has declared 2023 as International Year of Millets. This means the world will be celebrating the importance of millets and the role in achieving sustainable development goals. Right? So millets, हम हमारे कंट्री में कितने सारे millets grow करते हैं, राई, बाजरा, ज्वार and all. I mean, number of millets are there, right? We can search it on Google on the name of Indian millets as well. So, my dear educators, these millets are often referred to as nutri cereals as well because of their high nutritional content. As educators, it is important for us to incorporate this celebration into our teaching methods. That's why I want to share with you some of the innovative activities that we can incorporate in our teaching learning to make our teaching learning innovative. And my dear educators, here is the glimpse of the circular that we have received from CBSE on 15th of March 2023. This is also related to observance of the International Year of Millets. CBSE has also suggested a number of activities like we as educators have to have some of the competitions, essay writing competition, maybe talking about any another form related to millets, right? We can have a millet map in the classrooms as well, and number of other activities are suggested by CBSE. They have not limited us to only these activities, but we can go beyond and bring that kind of innovation in our classes. So my dear educators, here you go. I want to share with you some of the activities based on multiple intelligences for our students with different learning styles. Stay tuned, keep watching this video till end because you are going to have plethora of activities in your classes so that you will be able to cater to the needs of the diverse learners in our classes. The first activity for the day for the verbal linguistic learners is that your students they can research and write about the benefits of millets and how they can be incorporated into our daily diet. So this is how you can give a platform to your verbal linguistic learners to research, to write and present their reports to you. For the logical learners, you can ask your students to calculate the nutritional content of millets and compare it to other grains. So this is how you will be able to develop their analytical and evaluation skills as well. Right? So here you go, my dear educators. For the visual spatial learners, students can create artwork or infographics that illustrate the various types of millets and their nutritional benefits. They will be able to create the various artwork and infographics again, they will be able to create the same based on their critical thinking, based on evaluation and analysis, and this also leads to the creation level as well. So my dear educators, to cater to the needs of bodily kinesthetic learners, the students they can participate in millet cooking competition where they use millets as the main ingredient. For musical intelligence, the students can create songs, jingles that promote the consumption of millets so that we can create such sort of social awareness in our students and everywhere in our surroundings and neighborhood in the society as well. So interpersonal intelligence, for that students can interview the local farmers or the millet experts to learn more about cultivation and production of millets. You can also invite parents at the guest speakers under APSA program, that is Association of Parents in the School Activities. So my dear educators, this is how you will be able to have parent collaboration programs in your school as well. So this is how you can invite them as guests, or you can otherwise also invite guest speakers from your community as well. Intrapersonal intelligence, students can reflect on their own dietary habits and create a plan to incorporate millets into their daily routine. Let them have a check on their diet. What do they consume? What is being consumed by their family members or relatives as well. So, accordingly, they can create the meal charts for themselves and their families too. You can ask them to create a healthy menu for birthday or maybe other any kind of celebration as well. So, my dear educators, if we are talking about naturalistic intelligence, students can explore the ecological benefits of millets and how they contribute to sustainable agriculture. So, this is how our students can relate the same to the sciences, social sciences subjects, where they are learning about agriculture, they're learning about sustainability, and say we are celebrating 1 year of Save Soil campaign as well. So you can relate the same with that as well. My dear educators, if I'm talking about existential intelligence, students can contemplate the cultural and spiritual significance of millets in different parts of the world, how it is very, very beneficial for all of us. My dear educators, as we say, we are what we eat. जैसा अन्न वैसा मन, right? So हम खाना कैसे खाते हैं? I have already shared in my previous videos with you, like in our holy grunts, it is written like whatever we consume, it is categorized into three categories: sattvic, tamasic, and rajasic food. So what all different kinds of food we consume that belong to these categories, you can discuss the same also with your children, and they can have a check on their diet. Very soon, we will be celebrating World Health Day as well on 7th of April. Though I'll be coming up with more innovative activities on that day as well. But here, I would just like to tell you, you can relate this to World Health Day as well. So, if I talk about activities related to Bloom's taxonomy, the children, like to begin with the lower grades, you can start with remembering activities. You can ask your children to recall the benefits of millets as discussed in the class, or maybe as they have had a discussion with the parents or maybe the neighborhood, and the nutritional content they offer. This can be done through a short quiz, a memory game, or a brainstorming session. You can organize such kinds of quizzes, competitions in your classes during your class assemblies as well. If I talk about understanding, ask students to explain the cultural significance of millets in different parts of the world, how they are being consumed in different parts of the world, in what form they are being used by different people. This can be done through a reading comprehension exercise or a class discussion. My lovely educators, as we are going to celebrate the same for the entire year, so, my dear educators, we should have a plethora of activities so that we can help our children to connect their learning of different subjects with year of millets. So, my dear educators, if we talk about application, you can have your students create a meal plan that incorporates millets into their daily diet. They can also develop recipes using millets as the main ingredient. So you can conduct the same in your class. This is how they'll be able to apply their learning that is being discussed in the class in the daily life. Let them share whatever they have learned with the parents as well in the neighborhood too. Let them help their parents in cooking, in creating such kinds of meals where ingredients are being used as millets. Millets are used as a main ingredient. So, if we talk about analyzing, ask your students to compare the nutritional contents of millets to other grains. How millets are good, better, or whatever they are comparing, whatever their observance and inferences are related to the nutritional content. They can also analyze the environmental impact of millet cultivation compared to other crops. We are talking about sustainable development. We are talking about climate action. We are talking about our safe soil projects as well. So, if we talk about evaluation, you can ask your students to debate the benefits and drawbacks of consuming millets as a staple diet. They can also evaluate the effectiveness of different millet based recipes, how they are good for our health, what is their effect on the different internal body organs. So you will be able to relate the same with the digestive system, circulatory system, and what all diseases we can prevent by consuming more millets. So this is how, my lovely educators, you can relate the same with any of the subjects. If we talk about creation level, have your students designed a market campaign to promote millets and their health benefits? This can include creating posters, videos, or social media posts. My dear educators, as you are very well aware, we do have a Seva project also. For that, we conduct many of the activities for social awareness. You can even take this as a theme for the entire year for entire school, for different classes of your school, my dear educators. And you can help the children to organize different marketing campaigns for promoting millets in different forms, in the form of posters, videos, social media posts, their nukkad natak, dance, drama, whatever. I mean, you can think about it, right? So, my dear educators, if I talk about different kinds of clubs we do have in our schools, so you must be having culinary club as well. Delicious delicacies club is there at our school, and we are going to have such kinds of activities in our club. First, I'm going to discuss with you is recipe development. In this activity, students can work in small groups to develop a recipe using millets as the main ingredient. The learning outcomes for this activity include developing creativity, teamwork, communication, and culinary skills. If I talk about food photography, we will be soon celebrating World Photography Day as well. Students can learn how to take appealing food photographs using their smartphones, using cameras, and they can then use these skills to showcase their culinary creations and share them on social media, or maybe you can display the same in your school on various display boards as well. The learning outcomes for this activity include developing photography skills, creativity, and social media literacy. We have already started media literacy subject as a skill subject in our classes. So, my dear educators, it is very important for our children to be socially aware. They should be socially literate, like what sort of posts they need to share about the privacy, about the content, like about the netiquettes. So for that, you can use this opportunity as well. My dear educators, if I talk about market trip, take the students on a field trip to the local farmers market where they can interact with the farmers and learn about the local ingredients. The learning outcomes for this activity include developing an appreciation for local and sustainable ingredients and understanding of benefits of eating seasonally. My dear educators, we should promote the local foods. Let's be vocal for the local. So, my dear educators, only then we will be able to achieve our goal, our vision of Make in India. So, my dear educators, this will enhance their interviewing skills also. They'll be able to talk to them. This will help them develop their communication skills. So, make sure you organize such activities in your school. Food exploration. Students can explore different cultures by preparing traditional dishes from around the world. The learning outcomes for this activity include developing cultural awareness, culinary skills, and teamwork. As you are very well aware that we do celebrate Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, we conduct different activities under this project for the paired states. You can ask your children to explore, to research about the different kinds of millets used in the paired state, and they can conduct such kinds of activities. They can come up with different kinds of dishes prepared in the paired state. So this is how you can engage them in various innovative projects. If I talk about food science experiments, students they can learn about science behind cooking by conducting experiments such as making ice cream without a machine or testing the effects of different cooking methods on food texture. The learning outcomes for this activity include developing scientific inquiry skills, problem solving, and culinary skills. So, my dear educators, you can tweak it as per the availability of the millets or the ingredients in your area. So if I talk about budget meal planning, you can ask your students to plan and prepare budget-friendly meals using inexpensive ingredients such as millets. The learning outcomes for this activity include budgeting, financial literacy skills, culinary skills, and problem solving. CCBSE has also been organizing various sessions on financial literacy too. We have started this as a skill subject for our children. So, my dear educators, this is how you will be able to conduct this activity under or maybe in sync with that subject. You will be able to enhance your students' analytical skills, their mathematical skills as well. If I talk about various sustainable development goals integration, let us start with zero hunger. Organize a food drive in your community or a school that is joy of giving, and encourage students to bring in non-perishable food items, right? That should not perish away easily. The collected food items can be donated to the local food bank or a community center that serves those in need. We need to help they who are looking forward to our help, who are underprivileged. Let's help and support them. My dear educators, if I talk about responsible consumption and production, we need to encourage students to reduce food waste. Whatever is there in your plate, you have to consume that first before going ahead with another portion of the food. By preparing meals using leftovers or by donating excess food to the local food banks or the shelters. You can also organize a composting workshop to teach students how to compost food scraps. If you explore my channel, you will be able to get to know about various kinds of activities that we organize in our school. I help my children to conduct such kinds of composting activities, donating their food, right? So, such kinds of activities, make sure you also organize in your school too. Climate action. Teach students about the environmental impact of food production and encourage them to reduce their carbon footprint by incorporating more plant based meals into their diet. You can also organize a workshop on sustainable food practices, such as using reusable containers, reducing single use plastic, and buying locally grown food. This is very, very important. My dear educators, see, this is how we will become vocal for local. We will be talking about sustainability. We will be able to save our climate. We will be able to contribute in saving our soil too. Let us say no to plastics. You will be able to help your students integrate these activities with their syllabus as well. When we are talking about in sciences, social sciences, they have got number of subjects, number of topics on biodegradable, non-biodegradable substances, garbage in, garbage out, waste, water management, okay, and then waste management. What all different topics are there? You'll be able to relate the same with different topics. So, my dear educators, here comes gender equality. We are looking forward to Planet 50/50. Highlight the role of women in food production and empower them by organizing a cooking class or a food related workshop. You can also encourage students to support women owned businesses that produce sustainable food products. You know, nowadays industries also they are looking forward to reservation of women in different you see departments of their organization. So my dear educators, why not promote the women entrepreneurs? Why not talk about the women who are involved in food production? Let us empower them. So we can organize such kind of activities too. You can also invite any entrepreneur in your school to talk about gender equality, to talk about one who is involved in food production as well. So this is how we can help in creating social awareness related to gender equality. If I talk about quality education, SDG 4, organize a culinary workshop where students they can learn about different cultures through their cuisines. This can help promote diversity and cultural awareness among students. So go ahead with quality education in your school. Talking about another sustainable development goal, life on land. Teach students about the importance of sustainable agriculture, organic farming practices. You can also organize a visit to the local farm to learn about sustainable food production and conservation efforts. This is how we will be able to integrate sustainable development goals with our syllabus, with our course curriculum, and we will be able to talk about millets also. And we will be celebrating the same the entire year. If I talk about various art integrated activities, we are talking about different activities, how we can leave behind art integration. You can ask your students to create paintings using millet seeds as the paintbrush. This activity can help develop fine motor skills, hand-eye coordination, and creativity. You can ask your students to create collage using different types of pictures of different millets. They can use fingers, pearls, different kinds of millets too. And this activity can help develop visual spatial skills, creativity, and cultural awareness. Millet clay sculpture. Have students create sculptures using air drying clay and different types of millets. This activity can help develop tactile skills, creativity, and scientific knowledge about millets. You can ask your children to come forward with millet food art. Have students create food art using millets and other food items such as fruits, vegetables, and nuts. This activity can help develop culinary skills, creativity, and appreciation for healthy food choices. You can ask your children, you can organize for them storytelling activities as well. Ask your students to create a story or a comic strip that incorporates millets as the main theme. This activity can help develop storytelling skills, creativity, and language skills. So, my lovely educators, how we can forget about puppets? Have students create puppets using recycled materials and millet seeds as eyes or embellishments. This activity can help develop storytelling skills, creativity, and cultural awareness. My lovely educators, I have shared with you a plethora of activities related to millets. As per your choice, as per the different age groups that you are dealing with, you can tweak the activities and you can do the same in your school. Because we will be celebrating the same for the entire year, I will keep on sharing with you more activities on millets. What you have to do for that? Just subscribe to my channel, stay tuned, and don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below. If you really like my initiative of sharing my learning, my research with all of you, don't forget to share these videos in your community as well. Have a nice day. Thank you.